Welcome to part one of the iStudyApps plugins for Moodle setup. First, I'm going to set up my Moodle site. It is a demo site. I use Scala hosting. I do recommend Scala hosting. They do give good service for Moodle. The entry cloud is your best option. It gives you a dedicated virtual server that you can use. It is $14.95 a month. You can go with a cheaper option. It is a shared server. It's $2.95 a month, but you are sharing your server with other sites, which may cause slowdowns now and then, which doesn't work so well for your teachers when they have to wait. And if you already have a Moodle site, feel free to jump to the end where I do go over how to install the Moodle plugins, how to download them and install them. So I'm going to use Softaculous to set up my Moodle site. You just type in Moodle, it will bring up the Moodle option for you, and then we click Install Now. Now I'm going to fill in the information for the site, the Moodle site name, description, also the admin username. I would not leave this as admin, please change that. Snoopy is not the real admin, it's just for demo purposes. And then of course my name, my last name, and the email that I'm going to use. Once that information is filled in, go to the bottom and click on Install. So now that the site's ready, we can click on it and we can get started setting it up. So now we're going to log in as the administrator, and we're going to set up our Moodle site for teacher and admin use only. No students will be logging into this site. Your site might be different and your setup will then actually be different than this. So the first thing I do is I go to security, site security settings, and I force users to the login page. This is the first thing users will see when they access the site. And this is important, especially if you have other people trying to get into the site that don't belong to the site. Another change that I make is the way users log in. So we're going to go down to authentication, manage authentication, and I do turn off the email-based registration. Since we don't use it, we use manual accounts. If your district provides an email account, you can also log in that way, and that is the option we're looking at, OAUTH2. And this is something that your district admin would have to, or district tech would have to set up, depending on whether you use a Google Mail or if you use Microsoft Mail or any of the other options that you can see there on the screen. For my demo site, I will not be using any of these, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to turn off that option. So now we're going to continue with the setup of our site, and we're going to go to manage authentication, which is the page that we were just in. And if we scroll down just a little bit, you can change guest login button and make sure that it doesn't show. We do not want guests logging into our site. So I turn that off, no guest login options. We continue, we go to appearance, and we click on navigation. So the dashboard is an option at the top. You can see it right next to the home button. I'm going to turn that off since for my site we are not using it. It is an option that's important if you do have students logging in, but for teachers only, we don't use it. So here's another option that we are changing. Going to courses, and I'm going to hide the all courses link. Users will only see the courses that they are registered to use. Location settings also is important to change. We're located in California, so we want to change the time zone to Los Angeles. Forced time zone change, I'm going to go ahead and leave that alone. Default country, of course, is the United States. Default city is Madera, because we are in Madera, California. So go ahead and save that. And we're going to continue with our changes. This time we're going to the home page and we're clicking on settings. And we're going to change what users see on the home page. change site home to announcements and site homes when they are logged in to enrolled courses, so they see only their enrolled courses. So now we continue, click on site administration, appearance. And this time we're looking at themes. You can change the look of your page in Moodle. Our default theme is Boost. And if you click on the settings icon, you do have several options that you can change. I'm going to change the background image for the login screen, so I'm going to go ahead and drag that in there. You do have some other options. I won't be changing those. But once you do make the changes, make sure you go to the bottom and click on Save Changes. You do have some other options on advanced settings. I'm going to click on that so you can look at that, but I won't make any changes there. Now Moodle does give you a lot of different themes that you can download. I'm going to download from their site, and I'm going through it quickly because it does take a while. But you can change the look of the page. This one's Boost Union. If you look on the top left, you'll see the icon on the tab is going to change. The iStudyApps is now blue and orange. I did change that. So it does give you a lot of options. The only problem with some of these templates, if your Moodle site is new, sometimes the templates or the themes will not work correctly. So I'm going to go back to the old one and change the old one. So now we're going to start installing the Moodle plugins. You can download them with the link below. Download them and install them in alphabetical order. There are 11 plugins. I did forget one. I'll add that at the end. But again, just go in alphabetical order and install them. Drag it over, click Install, Continue. And basically, you'll be repeating this process for all the plugins. Continue, upgrade Moodle database, and then continue again. And then we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're not going to change anything. This is our settings page. Save changes. We'll come back in another video and make those changes. So we took care of the first plugin. It is installed. We'll continue with the second one. And I'm going through it quickly because this does take a little while. And again, we're going in alphabetical order, one by one, installing the plugins, repeating the same procedure. Continue, upgrade Moodle database, or save settings until we get through all of them. And again, there is one plugin that's not on the list. There are 11 plugins, and I remembered to, at the end, to drag that in and include that on and install that one also. So now that the Moodle plugins are installed, we can go to part 2 and continue with the setup of our Moodle site.